Okay, I have to say something. I'm aware that whenever Apple does something different or something that's not what we're all used to, everyone hates it, and then in a few years we get over it and we're used to it. I know that, but you know what? When the iPhone 6s came out, this tech channel was not very big at all, and now I've got more of a voice, so I'm gonna take advantage of it. Plus, having the words iPhone 7 in the title always help your views go up, right? And it's been a while since I've done a rant video, so I think it's time to go into it. What's the most obvious thing? Everyone's hating on the iPhone 7 because there's no headphone jack. Apparently, this just made the news, like we haven't known this for the past 8 months. No, just this week we're all realizing, oh gosh, it doesn't have a headphone jack? I thought we all accepted that. I thought we all got used to that. First of all, the Oppo R5 did it first, then the Moto Z did it, so this wasn't a new thing. Apple was not the first to do this, but Apple's getting all the blame for this, even though I think it's more of an industry decision than it is an Apple decision. First of all, there's a ton of complaints with this new change, so I'm going to be telling you all about why they're all wrong, or why you should just accept them and get over it. And if you're gonna get triggered, feel free to dislike and leave. I don't care. You're watching the video. I get paid for that, not by the likes, dislike thing. Thanks. First of all, people are saying they can't use their already existing headphones with the iPhone 7. Well, they include an audio jack adapter, okay? So no matter what earpods you have already, or fancy Bose ones that only use an auxiliary cord, that still works. Next, they say, well, that means I can't charge the phone and use headphones at the same time. Okay, well, first of all, audio playback is the lowest power output a phone can do. Audio playback for an iPhone is like 40 hours. You can listen to music without charging for a very long time. And another thing that no one's really quite noticing is that the battery life for the iPhone 7s, both of them were extended. If you have the regular 7, you got 2 hours of extra battery life. So if you're already, I don't know many people who do this, but if on a daily basis you are charging your phone while listening to music, the iPhone 7 fixes that by extending its battery life. Now that the battery life's longer, you won't have to charge and listen to headphones at the same time. And on the iPhone 7 Plus, it's 1 hour longer, which is incredible because on the iPhone 6 Plus, it's already super long. That can easily last a day and a half. I just did it. And I just read somewhere that the iPhone 6 Plus / 6S Plus have better battery lives than the Galaxy Note 7. I didn't time them that precisely, but I'm believing that because many people are saying that. Probably because the iPhone 6 and 6S Plus don't have a giant hole for an S Pen to fit in. The Plus models have great battery life and they're even better now. And again, Lightning headphones are included with the purchase of every iPhone 7. So it's not like you're not getting earpods anymore. They're still there. And something to remember is that the accessory market, that's everyone who makes things that work for your iPhone. Not just like the skull candy cheap little earpods you find at a gas station. I'm talking Bose headphones and Beats headphones, of course, because Beats owned by Apple. They have to adapt to the product. All those companies have to adapt to the iPhone, not the other way around. You don't have the iPhone adapt to its accessories, which means over the next few years, you're going to see a lot more Lightning headphones and a lot more Bluetooth headphones because the accessory industry will be recognizing that the iPhone 7 doesn't have a headphone jack. If those companies wanted their product to sell, why would they keep putting an auxiliary cord on it when they know the most popular smartphone of all time got rid of it? Things are going to change because Apple decided we're not going to use that anymore. For those of you who want to keep it, I ask you this. If you want to keep the auxiliary cord, do you want to keep it for another 50 years? Do you want to keep it in another 100 years? Imagine what technology is going to be like 100 years from now. Do you still want an auxiliary cord on that futuristic device, whatever it may be at that time? Most of you, I'm guessing, are going to say, no, I don't think we'll have an auxiliary cord in 100 years. There may be a couple of you who say yes, and for that, I'm sorry. But if you're agreeing with me on that it shouldn't be here for the next century, ask yourself, when are we going to switch? Because we obviously can right now, so what's stopping us from changing? Why can't we change now? Who says we have to change it in 10 years, 20 years? Given the power of Bluetooth devices now, let's get this over with as soon as we can so that everything becomes wireless, and wireless after using it for a long time is better. And that comes to the next complaint I've heard all over the place. I don't want to have to charge my headphones. Where did we get this idea that charging something is very complicated? You know, the Apple Watch sold very well, right? But a common complaint it got is, I don't want to charge my watch every night. Do you realize how long it takes to charge something? The cable and the watch sit next to each other when you go to bed. Humans don't have a battery life more than 2 days, right? We have to recharge. We go to sleep for at least 6 to 7 hours. That's what you should be getting. I get like 4 because, you know, I'm working. But look, by the time I take off the watch, place it on the charger, it hasn't been 10 seconds out of the entire 24-hour day. What you're getting with Bluetooth and the AirPods that Apple released, I'm not saying it's adding time from your life, it's actually saving it. Here's how. With wired headphones, this applies to Lightning headphones as well, taking them out of your pocket or wherever you choose to store them, you have to unwind them and plug them into the device. device several times throughout the day. That's not a one-time thing. You don't unravel those ear pods once a day. You unravel them whenever you want to listen. Over time, I get we're used to that. It's easy. It may only take 2 minutes out of your day collectively. If we added up all the time that it took for you to unravel your ear pods and plug them into your phone throughout the day, I'm gonna say that's 2 minutes maximum. That's being generous. Okay, versus Bluetooth, which you do not have to unravel, especially with AirPods because there's no cord. You just put them in your ears. You don't have the little case. Pop. Pull them out, in. Okay, that took much less time. You can also move around your phone and not have to worry about a cord pulling the phone with you. As in, I can rest my phone on my desk with Bluetooth headphones on and walk around the room and it's fine. If I'm mowing the lawnmower's not gonna catch the cord and yank it out of my ears like it always does. Charging your headphones is not that hard, but we all have this illusion that it's another thing to charge. It takes less than 10 seconds to plug something in. You do it once a day. And with AirPods 24-hour playback within the case, you're doing that once every 2 days. If you listen to 12 hours of music a day, which maybe some of you do, I definitely don't. My point is, charging headphones is not hard. I don't even think you're gonna have to do it every day. It takes less than 10 seconds versus having to untangle headphones, plug them into your device, being tethered to that radius from your phone. This is saving time, okay? Charging headphones is not hard. Now addressing another weird complaint I cannot wrap my brain around, AirPods. People hate the AirPods because of a couple reasons. One I really don't understand is just they don't look good. Little white sticks coming out of your ears look stupid. When did that become stupid? I don't understand. Maybe it's just the Apple sheep in me not noticing, but like your ear pods you're wearing already, they already look like that. The only difference is you have like cords going to your pocket. I don't get why people decided those look ugly. And second of all, if you think that's ugly, how come no one is saying wearing VR headsets makes you look stupid? I literally watched someone earlier today with the HTC Vive doing this. You're blindfolded. You have a cord going from your head to a computer. People trip on that. It's made people fall down, and you're doing this around the room. No one looked at that and said, hey, you look stupid. No, everyone online's like, that's cool. No, but two little white sticks coming out of your ears? No, that's dumb. That's really dumb. I hate that. That looks stupid. Okay, well, all right, fine. How? I don't get it. I think they look fine. A lot of people have also said that there's nothing innovative about the iPhone 7. And you know what? To a degree, I'm kind of going to agree with you. There's nothing super innovative about it. There are a few things we haven't seen before, like a 3D touch home button. That doesn't add a lot of use to the phone, I get. No one's impressed by that. It's just something Apple did. But we have seen water resistance in a phone. Yes. We have seen dual camera in a phone. Yes. But that's not an Apple problem. That's an industry problem. I challenge everyone in the comment section of this video to say something that doesn't exist on any smartphone right now, and it can't be an improvement. I'm not saying you can come up with the idea of a week-long battery life. That's just an improvement. Or a 1 terabyte storage option. That's just improvement. I'm saying a feature that everyone would use that doesn't exist right now on any phone. Can you think of one that people would use all the time that doesn't exist right now? Believe me, it's harder than you think. Not an improvement, remember that. Note 7 added things like an iris scanner, which I found original, but if you saw my review of it, you realized it's not that useful. So I'm okay if there's not a completely original thing on the new iPhone, because anything we can think of is not going to be super useful. Someone during the live stream set a solar panel on the back to charge your phone. That kind of thing, you'd have to have your phone upside down in the sun quite often, and solar panels don't charge extremely fast, so it wouldn't charge your phone incredibly quick. There's a limited amount of things to add to all smartphones, people, and we're all blaming it on Apple because they're the most popular, and since they didn't come up with anything, obviously it's terrible. Okay, you're free to believe that. I just think with the telephoto lens on the iPhone, I get that's been done before, but it looks great. The photos they showed during the keynote were awesome. And can you find me a smartphone out there with 256 gigs internally? I'm not counting expandable storage, because if you want to expand that amount of storage to your phone, like the Note 7, which comes with 64 gigs, but it has expandable storage, that's extra money. That's a bit more pricey. My point is, you're getting a good price with 256 gigs on the iPhone 7. I don't think that's paralleled with any other smartphone. And for a lot of Apple sheep like me, it is a new feature because we don't like to buy Androids. So for Androids, this is old news, I get that. But for iPhone users, there is a lot of new stuff. I also would like to mention that the release of the iPhone 7 has completely overshadowed the release of the new Apple Watch. No one's talking about the fact that the Apple Watch Series 2 has a dual-core processor, a dedicated GPU, that's gonna make apps on that watch run at 60 frames a second. I'd like to mention that the Apple Watch Series 1 is even cheaper and is getting a processor improvement. So now the Apple Watch starts at $270 and got faster, so it got cheaper and better. And completely waterproof. Now, it cannot get any water damage up to 50 meters deep. That's pretty crazy, right? You could technically go scuba diving with that. No one's bringing that up, and I think that's really awesome. It's already the most popular smartwatch smartwatch we have, and it just got incredibly cheaper and incredibly faster. Another thing that really bothered me was people were complaining that AirPods will be easy to lose. How is that the AirPods' fault? They come with the case. They should be in that case or in your ears. Don't put them anywhere else. They should be charging and tucked away in that little box. That little box is not hard to lose. Plus, they're bright white, so it's not like they can get buried very easily. And I feel like when an AirPod falls out of your ear, you're gonna know because music's gonna stop playing. That's probably when you'll start looking for it and say, hey, it's right there. Maybe the AirPods don't fit in your ears that well. Okay, that's fine. Then don't use them. But do any of us blame our keys when we can't find them? Oh, I lost my keys, dumb keys. We should have had a long cord attached to those keys. That way I wouldn't lose it. Or like AirPods don't have a cord connecting them, so you'll lose one? I don't understand that either. Do you lose one of your shoes because you don't tie your shoes together when you're done wearing them? They're always going to be right next to each other, in your ears or in the case. That's it. The only way you're gonna lose them is if you're not being responsible about it. And Apple has said you'll be able to buy one AirPod if you lose one. And on top of all of this, on top of the AirPods that everyone hates on because they'll be easy to lose because you don't like charging them, or hate not having a headphone jack because you can't plug in the headphones you already have into them, or you don't like the iPhone 7 because it's not original, I'd like to introduce to you a new theory. Don't buy it. Just because Apple unveiled it, it doesn't mean you already have it. Apple made the iPhone 6s a very capable phone that still outperforms Android phones today. They made that cheaper and they got rid of the 16 gigabyte option. You can still get the iPhone 6s. It's even more affordable now. That has a headphone jack. Get that. You don't like that the AirPods don't have a cord connecting them and that you might lose one? Okay. Don't buy the AirPods. They're not for you then. What's interesting is that when Apple unveils something, people don't treat it like they treat all the other companies. Moto Z gets rid of the headphone jack. We all kind of go, oh, I guess they wanted a thinner design. Apple does it. We all act like it's already been taken away from us. You don't have that phone yet, and no one says you have to. When Apple decides on something, we all think it's already been implemented. We don't have a choice. You do have a choice. If you don't like something, you don't have to buy it. So we always like to take it all out on Apple, I guess because they're the big guys, they're the most popular. But I really like the iPhone 7. I really like the AirPods. I'm going to be getting them because I like them. If you don't like them, that's fine. Don't buy them. It's that simple. Also, if you already hate all this stuff, why do you go to Apple biased channels when you know my opinion on this stuff already and tell me that I'm wrong and that I'm biased? I know I'm biased. That's the whole point. Anyway, that's the end of the rant. This is your Apple Sheep here, and I will see you in the next one.